students, how are you? Can I ask you a question? You must have used mobile phones. So what do you do when your mobile phone got switched off? You provide some electricity, you provide some charge, you provide some power. So today we are going to learn about electricity. Basically, to understand the concept of electricity, we must be aware about the types of materials according to conductivity, or we can say the conduct of electricity. There are three types of materials: conductors, insulators and semiconductors. So what are the conductors? Conductors are those substances which allow electricity to pass through them. Second, what are insulators? Insulators are just opposite the conductors. They do not allow electricity to pass through them. Example, wood. Third, semiconductors. Semiconductors are the substance or materials which have some properties of insulators or conductors. They exhibit some properties which are in both insulators or conductors. They lie between the conductors and insulators. There are two types of semiconductors: intrinsic and extrinsic. There are some also terms like N-type, P-type, but you will learn about that in further classes. Now we are going to learn about electric charge. What is electric charge? Electric charge is a fundamental property of a matter that exhibits force and plays in electric or magnetic field. We can say there are two types of charges: positive charge and negative charge. So we are going to learn about the properties of charge. First property is additive. When we sum up all the individual charges, they are additive. We can add. Second, conserve. Electric charges are always conserved, just like our energy. Okay. Third is invariant. They do not change. They are constant. They remain invariant. Fourth, quantization of charges. We have a formula: Q is equals to NE. Here, N is number of electrons, E is charge on electron. So, what is the charge on electron? E is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 90. So, this is the charge on the electron. Q is equals to NE. So, we can calculate the total number of charge, or we can say if we multiply number of electrons with this charge, we get the quantization of charges. Now, we will learn about the electric potential. What is the electric potential? Let me give you an example. Suppose there is a charge Q. I am bringing the charge Q from an infinite distance. The work done that is involved in bringing the charge Q from an infinite distance to a particular point is called electric potential. So we can define electric potential as carrying a charge or work done that is involved when a charge is bring from infinite to a particular point. Formula for electric potential is V is equals to W by Q. So what is the unit of V? Volt. What is the unit of work done? Joule. What is the unit of Q? Coulomb. So we can say, or we can define 1 volt as when 1 joule of work is done to bring 1 coulomb of charge from a distance. So we have done the electric potential. Now we will be learning about potential difference. What is potential difference? The difference, we can say, the difference between the two electric fields or the two potentials is called electric potential. Now we will learn one more thing, which is the instrument that is used to measure voltage, voltmeter. Voltmeter is the instrument that is used to measure voltage. Now we will learn about the electric current. What is current? Have you ever get a shock? I hope you never get a shock. So current is the flow of charges. But flow of charges in what? Flow of charges in a time. So we can say that what unit of current is ampere. Unit of charges is coulomb and it is time. So when 1 coulomb of charge flows through 1 second, it is called 1 ampere current is produced. So we have learned about the electric current also, and the instrument that is used is called ammeter. We measure current through ammeter. We measure electric potential through voltmeter. Now we will be learning about Ohm's. What is Ohm's law? There is a scientist named Ohm. He discovered this law. There is a graph between the potential and the current. We studied now about the potential and the current. It was a straight line graph which signifies that V is directly proportional to I. Directly means if V is increasing, I is increasing. If I is increasing, V is increasing. That means they are connected, but they are directly connected with each other. If one of them is increasing, the other is also increasing. Now, V is proportional to I. So, when we remove the proportionality sign, if we remove the proportionality sign, we get a constant. That means if we remove this sign, we will get a constant named R. V is equals to IR. Here we get a new term or a proportionality constant that is called R. What is R? R is resistance. Something that opposes. You are aware about the force. You are aware about the friction also. So what is friction? Opposing force. So that is the same thing with resistance. Resistance is something that opposes the flow of charges. So there is also a new term called resistivity. But resistivity and resistance are not same. Resistivity is a property of a material that opposes the flow of charges. And resistance is a constant. Now we will solve a numerical. Suppose we have one more formula. Here R is resistance, rho is resistivity, L is length and A is area. That means resistance and area are inversely proportional. Inversely means if one of them is increasing, the another is decreasing. That means if the area is increasing, resistance is decreasing. You are aware about the traffic signals and traffic area. If its area increases, then we will get less traffic. That is the example of this. If the area will increase, then resistance will decrease. If the area will be decreased, then there will be more traffic. That is it. So basically, if we solve a numerical, we will require this formula. So here we learn about 3 or more formulas. R is equals to rho L by A, V is equals to W by Q, I is equals to Q by T, and Q is equals to N. Now, if someone tells me if the area got double, what will be the effect on resistance? If the length got double, then what will be the resistance? You can signify this by if length get increased, resistance will increase. But if the area get increased, resistance will decrease. Hope this video is useful for you. Hope this video was informative. Thank you so much.